coffee beans! How's it brewing? I just got a new silicone coaster mold from JuliArt Studio, and I've seen her advertised a lot on my Instagram, and she has these really amazing silicone molds that when you pour resin in without doing anything fancy at all, so it's perfect for beginners, when you pour the resin in, you get this really cool effect just naturally created by the silicone molds. I don't know how she does it, but it's really stunning. So the mold I got is a round Druzy coaster mold, and I don't really know what Druzy is or if I'm even saying it right. But it kind of gives you this really neat geode effect. So you just pour your resin in and it gives you this crystallized kind of geode effect. So, of course, I've been obsessed with my mica powder lately. So I thought it'd be really fun to just mix up some different colored resins with mica powder and use some really cool chameleon mica powder to see what this Druzy mold looks like. So I got these 4 chameleon powders from Let's Resin. The reason they're called chameleon powders is because they all kind of color shift from one color to another color. I got out one of my fluffiest brushes I had, and I used that to apply the chameleon mica powders. The chameleon powder that I'm going to start with, because it's the one that I'm the most excited for, is this galaxy one. This one shifts from a lot of different colors, but it is primarily kind of an emerald green that shifts to like a purpley pink. I applied that mica powder all over my mold with my fluffy brush. So for today I'm going to be using my Envirotex Light resin, which is a 1-to-1 2-part epoxy resin. Make sure when working with epoxy resin you're always wearing your ventilation mask and gloves. And I will put a link to what I use down below. Also, with that in mind, if you fall in love with any of these products like the mica powders, the chameleon powders, and especially JuliArt's amazing coaster mold, I will have a link for all of those down below as well. And I thought black would go really well with this galaxy inspired chameleon powder, so I mixed in my black pearl mica powder with my resin. I poured that into the mold, making sure to go around the edge really slow and fill in all of the spaces. I did notice that because it is textured, there was a lot of places for air bubbles to get trapped. So as it cured, a lot of air bubbles rose to the surface, but it is a coaster, so that's actually going to be on the bottom, so I don't really mind it so much. For my second mold, I wanted to use my plum colored chameleon powder, and this one kind of shifts from like a purpley pink to a yellow orange. I applied that all over the mold with my fluffy brush. Because I had already used black mica powder for the galaxy coaster, I decided to use the shiny white mica powder for this to see how it looks with this pink plum color. For my third coaster, I wanted to use the violet chameleon powder, and this one kind of shifts from a purple to like a turquoise.
Perfect.
Because this Chameleon powder is primarily purple, I used my purple mica powder to color the resin. And for my final coaster, I'm using the gold Chameleon powder, which is more of like a greenish yellow, and it shifts to like a darker green. It almost looks like oxidized copper. Then, to match the gold, I mixed in my royal gold mica powder. Alright, now that these are all fully cured, it is time to demold. Oh man, this galaxy one is so cool. It doesn't really color shift too much on the Druzy part of the mold or the Geode part of the mold, but it does color shift a lot around the edge. So I'm really happy I applied the color to the edge. This looks so cool. I love the texture of this mold. It's so cool. It's so original and it's so sparkly without having to add any sort of sparkle or glitter flakes. This pink one is amazing. This is the plum, and it turned out way brighter pink than the Chameleon powder is. And this one does shift from like a pink to a purple to an orange. I really like this. And I think it matches with the white really, really well. I think the white is what makes it a little bit brighter. Oh my gosh, this violet is so bright. Whoa, it like is shockingly purple. This one doesn't really color shift that much except for around the edge. But that purple color with all of those little geode-y kind of Druzy shapes is so shiny, is so sparkly. And lastly, we have our gold one. Whoa! This one kind of looks like fool's gold. It's so cool. This one is kind of switching from like a really bright yellow gold to kind of a dull gold. But I do again see the color shift a little bit around the edges. Oh my gosh, this one is so freaking sparkly. Look at it go. It's like a disco ball. I am so happy with these little coaster molds. I think these would make great gifts for somebody. If you have a wedding to go to or a birthday party or even a gift for a teacher, this is an awesome way to make a little coaster set for someone. And it's so simple. This is like the perfect project for anyone who is a beginner with resin. If you want to get your hands on this Druzy mold from JuliArt, I will put a link down below, so make sure you check it out. She has so many other types of molds and other types of Druzy molds, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of these other designs she has. If you like this video and you want to see more, then make sure you subscribe. You can click the little bell to get notified of when I post. I upload videos every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me know in the comments below which color combination was your favorite. And I definitely have plans to turn this mold into a really neat geode effect coaster. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Love you a latte.